YouTube. Who's online? Who's on here with me? Say hello. Hey, y'all came on here quick. Hey, Romeo. Hey, David. What? I was just asking about you, David. Yeah, I know I've been a stranger. Hey, Romeo. Oh, Lord, I'm so bored. So I just came on here, see what you're up to, and also give some updates. I know I saw 3 recorded. What mean 3 recorded? Oh, I miss you too. I miss you. I was asking, I said, when is David coming back? I said, I know he's gonna come back soon enough. Yeah, I heard about Peterson. I knew through Dark Road Run with his video. And then I didn't catch the live stream, the recorded. You mean there was something else happened? What else happened with Mr. Peterson? I know I saw the one when he was in the car and he said he was having a stroke, and then that's when the EMT came. And then the video I saw after that was when he was in the then I saw when he was in the emergency room, I guess, or in the hospital bed. Oh, what happened, David, was he made a video. He was in the car after he eating fat burger, and he suddenly had got a stroke. He said he knew he had a stroke because his whole right side was paralyzed, and he couldn't have any feeling or in his whole body or something like that. And he called the ambulance, and he was basically online warning people about make sure they check their blood pressure, and he just gave a message. What is this? Oh, so if you go and driving with Peterson, he will have his video of what happened. So he was basically telling people to make sure they be safe and careful and make sure they take precautions of their health. And basically, he said he said after he got into the last accident on the freeway, he said he wasn't doing any ride sharing anymore. I guess people, food deliveries, everything. So I hope he's well. I hope he's well. That's for sure. Well, as for me, I haven't been doing much of anything other than next Wednesday, which is April the 1st, I will be working from home for this company as technical support. And I no longer do food deliveries, and I no longer do Domino's pizza. You know, I was working Domino's, and basically the bulk of my money is made through tips. So, and then after that, you know, I was doing that since last year, June, till 2 weeks ago. Because after that, you know, I don't even want to get into it too much, but basically in a nutshell, I was sick of them. I was tired of doing it. You know, I told them I wanted to switch my schedule because I was closing every cash in Instacart. Okay, Instacart. Hey Jeremy, I knew you was gonna be on here. So basically I was doing Domino's, but it was taking up so much of my time in regards to it was inhibiting me from not really looking for another job per se. And I'm glad you're here. And working with a bunch of 18, 19-year olds and all that foolishness, it was getting on my last nerve. And I'm not saying that the money wasn't great, but it was a whole bunch of stupid stuff. So basically, I'll be filing an EEO complaint because clearly they have violated my rights. And there's only so much you could do to tolerate foolishness. And just like anything else, when you don't have any drivers, hardly, that's when you really make the money. But when you started thinking that you could hire a whole bunch of people and you see the difference in what you make, and it was just a bunch of stupidness. But anyway, I'm still doing other gigs, survey.com and other app type of jobs with merchandising. So that's really pretty good for me. I'm not saying, I could just do that exclusively and be able to pay my bills, but by me working at this other job from home with this other company, yeah, DoorDash is doing real good because of the fact that how these restaurants are closing down and only doing delivery only. So DoorDash, it seems to me when I'm out and about, and Chick-fil-A, Chick-fil-A is using DoorDash and they're using Uber Eats. And with those drive-thrus wrapped around the corner and is only delivery only, those type of services is going to pick up real well. Now, it just depends where you at, But to be honest, the bigger thing is, are they finally tipping? That's the thing. Yeah, Chick-fil-A always going to be busy. They've been busy even before the coronavirus. I keep saying coronas. The coronavirus. I went to Chick-fil-A not last week, but the week before, and for the very first time, I went to the drive-thru, and I did not like going through the drive-thru. So my days of eating Chick-fil-A is come to an end. So yeah, tips are pretty good because they probably been stealing the tips all along. That's probably what it was. Instacart and they probably was stealing people tips all along. And then when this crisis happened and they realized these customers are placing orders and they're not getting their food, or they want to place, they knew they were losing a lot of money. So of course they're gonna be honest and finally give those tips. That's what it was. They've been stealing tips all this time. Now I'm not eating Chick-fil-A anymore. I say that now, and then after that, I'm out and about. No, because see, I've been going to the grocery store, buying groceries, and and I'm home. Everything is shut down. DeKalb County, where I live, they put an executive order, started today, an hour ago. I don't want to say curfew, but what they call it, shelter in place. So basically, if you are on the street now, it better be essential, what they consider essential. So I guess people delivering food or going to the grocery store is essential. But Kroger's, Publix, they still they close at 8 o'clock. No, 8 or 9 o'clock. I know it was 8 o'clock at one time. I think they added one more hour of 9 o'clock. So basically, when the supermarkets are closed at 9 o'clock, there are no places to go to dine in. So unless you go in to pick up your food or you use a food delivery service to get food, that's the only way how you're going to get your food. Now, of course, a lot of people ain't got no car. They're not going to take Uber just to come back. Publix closes at 8. Yeah, Publix, yeah, they close at 8 or 9 o'clock now, but I think they close at 8 too. Yeah, I think they close at 8. Yeah, they close at 8. Walmart closes early too. They're not 24 hours. So they closing too. So basically, DeKalb County, where I live, with that shelter in place, so started an hour ago. So you have no reason to be out and about. I know one thing: whoever the hell stole my recycled garbage can from the front of my house, those big, huge. I'm looking today, this evening. I go outside, because I'm growing some vegetables, and I was going in to check on my compost bin, and just to take some fresh air to get out the house. And I was like, wait a minute, where's my green garbage can? I looked on the side of the house, gone. I looked inside the garage, it's not in the garage. I said, ain't this a bitch? Someone damn stole my green, you know, big green recycle bins. Yeah, like this video, let's come in the room. It's 5 of y'all, so I should have 5 for 5. 100% thumbs up. So I was like, what the freaking hell? Someone stole my damn garbage can. And it's the one that the city, DeKalb County gives everyone. So now I gotta call them on Monday and tell them, can they bring me another recycled garbage bin because someone stole it. Bunch of damn thieves. And it's been theft happening lately. And people breaking in people's cars and everything else. So I figured one of these trifling ass kids probably walking down the street, or somebody decided, or one of those landscaping trucks probably saw the garbage can, put it in their truck, think you're supposed to use it for your own purpose. Bunch of dang raggedy thieves. So now I gotta call them on Monday, put in a work order. Hopefully they don't have to charge me for it. Bunch of, can't keep nothing. But anyways, so only thing I've been doing is sitting in the house. If I go out anywhere, it's probably, to the grocery store to buy little things here and there. But I'm tired of going to the grocery store. I've been going to the grocery store buying little things here and there. So I just looked through my pantry and I said, you know what? I got all these damn all this damn food in this pantry, and enough food, and it's only me. So let me see what I'm gonna make tomorrow. I'll probably make. I only ate once today, which was a couple hours ago, which was breakfast food. Well, you don't really consider breakfast. It was scrambled eggs. I cut up some potatoes, made like hash browns, I guess you could say, and a piece of the smoked sausage. So I just finished eating that not too long ago, and I'm just not hungry. I need to drink more. Drink more water, and I've been drinking a lot of tea. I love sweet tea, so I've been, buying the Aldi's tea, instant tea. So, and I just been sitting around the house, ain't been doing nothing. I need to be cleaned up. I'm so lazy. It's like, how you have nothing to do and you just laid around all day. I've been watching YouTube channels. I've been watching Hulu. I watched a whole series of this show called Sin and Sinners. Literally, like the whole 4 seasons, which is 8 shows per episode, which is about 50 something minutes. So I've been doing, I've watched all the 4-year seasons within 2 days, 3 days. It wasn't 3 days. I want to say more like 2. Watching YouTube channels. Basically that was it. So, and I don't mind being at home. I really don't, because it wasn't like I really was doing a whole lot of outside things per se. I mean, other than working, when I was doing food deliveries, whether it be Domino's or I was doing all these other apps. What? This will be going on. It would have been 4 years this year, towards the end of the summer, that I was working in the gig economy. But 3 years of doing all the main apps like Uber Eats and Grubhub and all the rest of them. And it'll be about a year since I haven't done any of these food apps. Now, the other apps I've been doing was survey.com. And if you go back on a previous video, I have a description in the link. Or I'll put it in once I end this stream. I'll put all the other links that I've been doing. So I was doing like field agent, merchandising, observer. It pays like $6.50 per assignment, $12.50 an hour. It depends on the different jobs, but between a month and a little bit over 5 weeks or so, I made about $1,300, and and that was accumulating. Yeah, David, you do need to do it. I don't know if you ever signed up under my referral link, but yeah, just check it out because they've been having a lot of different assignments, and I finally had got before they had stopped doing them, the demos. It was like 3 hours for $60. I had a couple. I had a couple of those. Now I never saw you on my referral link, but that's all right. If it is, I don't know. I can't remember. I know we had talked about it before that you had signed up under my referral link, unless you went by a different name on my list, and I don't know. But yeah, no, that's okay. The most that I could get is $100, 10% of whatever you make. So that's all right. I just like to share information. Some people they do things when it comes to referrals. Look at this. I had this thing hand sanitizer for over a year, if not a little bit longer. I had a little bit left. But that thing dries your hands out though. It smells good. I should have, you know what? Hindsight 2020. When you go to places and they be giving you free little samples. Hindsight 2020. If I knew this was going to be a big issue, I would have grabbed up a whole bunch of these. Like a whole bunch. Just like, be a hoarder and then turn around and do little gift bags out of these little things. But you know what? I'm going to take this little bottle. And when Chick-fil-A opens up or somebody, they got their little hand sanitizer, I'm going to have this thing with me one day. And I'm going to be like, and I'm going to fill this little bottle up. So next, ain't that so ghetto? But you know what? Yeah, I heard another YouTuber, her name is Mary Marquis. She said that DoorDash, she had got the package in the mail today or maybe yesterday. Yeah, they mailed her a mask. No, did they get a mask? No, they got gloves and hand sanitizer. Gloves and hand sanitizer. So you should be getting yours pretty soon, David. But I'm glad it's working out for y'all with the DoorDash. I don't know how DoorDash would have been here in Atlanta if it was, because I know a lot of people. They're not doing people no more. They're not doing people. They ain't picking up people, passengers, nothing. And some of the bigger YouTubers, they always talk about Uber and they driving. Like the bearded guy, the guy in Chicago, he got booted off of Uber. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He was the one that had it out with Kevin. They always calling people bums. As look what happened. The mighty has fallen, and he got kicked off of Uber, and everybody had a big uproar about it. So he popped up on my live stream, not live stream. He popped up on my video recommendations, I guess you could say, and he was doing DoorDash. He lives in Chicago, so he was doing DoorDash, and he was doing Amazon Flex. Oh, that's good. I can't say I don't miss doing DoorDash and Uber Eats, but it's kind of like I just think when I was doing it a couple years ago, even when it was like $5 per delivery, I was killing it. I think that the minute they see that you're not a regular, like putting them like they the only company to do food deliveries for, I think they'll keep people off. I think they try to in the beginning when DoorDash came about, you know, they be trying to get rid of people based on if you're not doing it like on a regular basis. Yeah, rideshare. Yeah, that's him. Rideshare Revolution. Yep. He popped up on my thing a couple of days ago, and it was like 6 in the morning, and he was doing DoorDash, and then he also was doing Amazon Flex. So I know it must be hard from making 2,000 plus a week doing Uber and Lyft to suddenly get kicked off at Uber to do Lyft, and then now you resorting doing food deliveries. And he didn't just sign. I think he just signed up to do DoorDash, or maybe he signed up and never hardly did it. But um, that's what I always say. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's for sure. Because when you put all your eggs in one basket and you don't find no alternatives, you gonna be shit out of luck. That's why I knew for me, I knew my exit. I knew my exit plan. I mean, because it's been at least over a year since I did, all those apps, and I was doing, but like I said, Grubhub, I was like the premier person of Grubhub, doing Grubhub on a regular basis, as well as all the other apps I've been doing, Instacart and all the rest. I don't regret doing it and not doing it anymore. I just have to find, I just know for me that there were other alternatives that I could do. Oh, David, by the way, my Kia is back. I got my Kia back. Let me tell you what happened with the Kia, David, because I know you were most definitely wanted to know what was going on with that. So, so late last year, December 30th, right before the end of the year, I had to make a decision about that Kia. I didn't have no tag on it. I ain't put no insurance, and I had to decide what I was going to do with the Kia. So I made one last push and called Kia Consumer Affairs. Well, I didn't call Kia Consumer Affairs. I called one of the dealers, the one of the places that I had got my car serviced, the Kia dealership. And I called them and I told them after I did some research that I was going to file a complaint with there's a government agency of the safety. When you have like crashes and stuff, I threatened them with that. I mentioned that as an organization. I said I'll file a complaint because Kia was having these problems of cars, engines exploding and cars being caught on fire and all that kind of mess. So I mentioned that. Oh, I'll just bring the car in. We'll see. We'll get that car up and running. So I took the car, had it towed from my insurance company, from my car insurance, towed it to the dealership. And I made a video too, but it never loaded. So I may download that video when I was when the car got, taken away and I was saying, bye Kia. I don't know what your fate would be. So anyway, the car went to the dealership, they checked it out. They looked at the check engine light. Basically, a year, almost a year to the day, in early part of January, they told me the car had. I already looked it up. They told me, "Oh, we're gonna have to replace your engine. This car engine had a recall." I already told them that over a year ago. I told them there was a recall on the car, on the engine. I told them when I took the car in, I said, no, they did not do something right. I stayed it, I pressed it, I stayed on their neck. But when I mentioned about that safety commission government and I was gonna file a complaint with them, they immediately said, oh, we're gonna give you a brand new engine. They had to order a brand new engine. So the car has a brand new engine. I paid for the other little, I've had, now the battery's dead, so the car is not driven. I haven't drove it since I took it home early in the year in January. So they replaced the battery. The car has a lifetime warranty for anything that goes on with that engine. And then, you know what the Kia got the nerve to do? Yep. And let me tell you, I'm gonna make me a video about people need to check their cars on this recall list. There's a website you could check. If your car has any issues or recalls, it will be on that list, regardless of the year. It will be on that list, and it will show you how many issues the car would have too. So they replaced the car with a brand new engine. The car drives perfectly. Now the battery was dead. I already had spent about $600 something. I bought brand new tires. There was some other little things that I got things done, but yeah. So I got the Kia. You know, I need to get that. I need to get a battery jumped so I could go somewhere and get a brand new battery. They told me I needed a brand new battery, but I had ran out of money. So then the car has a lifetime warranty. I asked her how much did the car appraise for. This dumb, he was gonna try to come back. He took $5,000. They talking about my car worth $5,000. I'm like, you think I'm a fool? I'll keep the car. The car's already paid off in full and everything. So then they got the nerve to call me about 2 weeks later, talking about did I want to trade in that car and get a brand new car? I was like, no, I would never buy another car from y'all, from Kia. I'm not saying Kia is not a bad car, but I wouldn't buy another car. Nope. Because when I came in there asking to appraise it, they was all lackadaisical about it, pants sagging, all unprofessional, dumb niggas, up there like throwing me a Kia dealership. And when I inquired about appraising the car, you're gonna have somebody just give me some flippant number. How are you gonna come up with an even $5,000? The car was a limited edition. The car has a brand new engine. You only have about little cosmetic things here and there. Talk about my car worth $5,000. And it only had about 31,000 miles. So I don't drive my car down to the ground. I don't. I do not drive no car down to the ground like that. So the car is right now in the parking. I need to clean out the garage so I can start putting my cars in the garage with these thieving ass people. Make sure there ain't nothing in there to steal. But anyway, so yep, that's what happened. I had won and I had prevailed. Woohoo! And here it is. Someone told me, oh, it car worth $500. The engine alone, and just to fix the engine alone is gonna be $5,000. I would have I would have gotten rid of that car unnecessarily, sold it as a dealer special. Somebody would have took that car, knew that it needed to get a brand new engine. They would have probably took it to the Kia dealership, put a brand new engine in it, flipped the car and then got that car for probably like $15,000. Thank you, David. Cause y'all know I've been fighting that issue with that damn Kia, but I'm telling you, don't let nobody tell you something dumb. Oh, this car, it needs trying to use these big technical terms. No, you're gonna show me on paper. What you talking about? That's show me. Don't just don't take no word for things. See, some so a lot of women we tend to do that. They be like, well, I don't know nothing about no cars. My husband, your husband may not even know nothing about a car or anything else. Don't always. I don't have to learn how to fix a car or whatever, but ask questions. You the one got to drive it. You the one pay for the car. Don't always rely on other people to tell you anything. Just tell you anything, and then you go to sit there and thinking, okay, someone tells you, oh, you need to put this type of oil in the car, blah, blah, blah. You better ask questions. Why should I put this type of oil? You know, why should, why is this need to be done? People will steal your stuff out of your hands if you don't know nothing. They'll sit there and check. That's all they want. You put you in a 2020 car, and then we'll give you 5,000, and they turn around that same car. You know, that's why they got body shops in those dealerships. They fix up that little cosmetic work. You know, hire some company to redo the rims if it got scratches on it. It's so and pay what $100 to have someone come on there and recondition the rims and spray it over and do a little, probably do under $500 worth of cosmetic work. If the seats are torn or if something damaged with the leather seats, you can fix that. That ain't nothing. How do these? They don't. They don't care. Ain't nobody got no conscience because that's business. That's business. If you get yourself suckered into someone telling you, oh, um, this need to be fixed, that need to be done, this and that, and you don't want to take the time to know what needs to be done, and you say, oh, I'm gonna trade this car and get me a brand new. See, that's how people gonna get suckered at that stimulus relief check. That little $1,200, $2,400, or whatever amount of money people's gonna get from that economic stimulus. Watch what I say about June. Let me see, April, May. Watch, you're gonna see all these damn signs. Um, People gonna be so happy and joyful. Oh, the COVID um shelter in place is over. Everybody can now leave the house. Do your normal thing that you could do. Come and get a stimulus sale. It's gonna be a stimulus sale. And the first group of people who's gonna be having their hand out is gonna be these damn car dealerships. They have all those cars in the lot. Because we are in a recession. If we're not in a recession, see, we are in it. It just don't seem like it is right now, but we in it. Or we not in that recession. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Believe you me. And if Trump does become president, which I hope he doesn't, I'll be so. But you know what? What's the worst thing that could happen if Trump becomes president? He could only serve 4 years, and he could be a lame duck president. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, people are they're gonna be broker. They're gonna be more broke. They're gonna all that talk about, oh, we deferred your rent, your utilities, we deferred, we won't shut off your gas bill, whatever, during this time of crisis. Deferred don't mean eliminate. Deferred means postpone, but it's still you're gonna still have that debt when the thing's all over with. You know, gas bill, water bill, electric bill, car note, student loans, because I'm on deferment now with my not deferment. I'm on a income base driven plan. So and trust and believe if you're not going to start seeing all these damn signs about stimulus sale. Hey, Seashell, Michelle, watch. People are going to be bamboozled with all these signs from furniture places to car dealerships to whomever. Everybody going to have a sale. Come, come and buy a car. Come and buy furniture. Come and buy whatever. They're gonna be stealing that people's money right out of their damn hand. And you know some people, we gonna, hey Shelly Shell, I'm telling you, people are gonna be sucking out that damn stimulus check. The quicker they get, the minute the Department of Treasury issues that stimulus check, it already gonna be spent, and people ain't gonna spend it on what they need to spend it on. Now, like I said, I can't count your money or tell you what to do with your money, but I could assure you, they're gonna hope that that stimulus check is gonna be used to go back into the so-called economy. I'm not, when I get my little stimulus check with my tax refund or whatever it is I'm going to get for this year, most of it's going to be saved up for my emergency fund. Well, I don't know. I'm not putting all that money in this stock. I'd rather put mine towards savings and just build up my 6 months to maybe, hopefully, I can get to a 1 year savings. Well, I'll put it this way, 6 months. 6 months. How old? IRS from the previous tax year, they'll give us stimulus check. You probably will because they didn't say the stimulus goes towards a previous debt. So you'll get your stimulus check. The reason why I say that, and because y'all know I worked at the IRS for over 10 years. Because the stimulus is not considered taxable income, it is it's not like part of the debt that you owe. Because it's a different type of I don't want to say incentive. Basically, it's not gonna be taken away because it's not based on previous year taxes that should have been paid. The only time you owe taxes is for income that was owed from a previous year. So if you didn't pay your taxes on income that was already earned, this stimulus is not part of your it's not part of. I'm just looking at this. That's why I'm looking down. No, it is. You'll get your money. If you're on child support, you won't get it. You don't get your refund if you owe child support. That's already been gone. No, you'll get your stimulus even if you owe, if it's a debt indicator on your if there's a debt indicator associated, you'll get your money. You'll get the stimulus. The only people who do not get the stimulus is illegal aliens, well, put it this way. I'm gonna say who gets it because it's easier to say who gets it versus who don't get it. Basically, as long as you're a U.S. citizen with a valid Social Security number and you filed tax return legally, you will get the stimulus. Because if, say, for instance, people already filed Say for instance, people who already filed their tax return and they already got their money, and I'm talking about simple tax returns that was done and they already got their refund, they're gonna make sure they validate your bank account. See, when I worked at the IRS, if you have a if you if as long as they could validate that bank account that belongs to you in your name, not somebody else's name, they're going to deposit that stimulus check. Now the stimulus ain't gonna be issued anytime soon, in my opinion. It's gonna probably start about, let me see, April, May. I'm gonna say May. I'm gonna say sometime around May, and it's gonna go out to those people, um, basically who has filed a return and everything is checked out. Now that's why I always say, do not go to these check cashing places, or do not go to these places where you get an advance on your refund. You know that people say, "Oh, get money now." Oh, they give you a loan because that's what it is, and then they wait until your return gets processed, and then the money goes back to that company. See, the stimulus in that case is going to be mailed. It's going to be a mail check, and that's going to take longer. The ones who's going to get the check later on down the road are the ones who did not file their return electronically and provided their own personal bank account. So, and you make me tell you the reason how they know. How do you think they get the money if you have a lien or levy on your tax return? How do you think the IRS was able to take their money that you owe? If you owe the IRS money, and I'm talking about you in collections. I'm not talking about you have a payment plan on installment agreement. I'm talking about you avoided paying taxes for years. They had to put a lien on your paycheck, and if you say, well, I'm not working, I'm doing these gig jobs to make money because you don't have a regular W-2 and they can't take that money, don't you think they already do a skip trace and they see that you have a checking account, savings account? Hey, Shell, you bet. So the same way that they do a trace whether or not someone has a bank account or you owed money, they're going to take it out of your checking or savings account. They're going to take whatever the percentage is that's allowed, which is usually about 25% or so, from your bank account. They're not going to just take all of your money out of your bank account. Now, if you only had $400 in your account and you owed, they're going to notify the bank, you have a lien, and they're going to take the money out of your checking or savings account. Since I didn't. Yeah, Angel. So you're going to get your check, you're going to get your stimulus check mailed to you. Now, if you already did your tax return, oh, yeah, your check is going to be mailed. And when they mail the check to anybody, if they can't validate that bank account information, then they're going to mail you your check based on your address from your return. So that's how that's going to happen. And normally it takes 6 to 8 weeks for it to be mailed and processed. So do expect it to be mailed out. But they're going to mail those checks out all the way to the end of the year. So you may get your check May, June, July, August, September, November. But it's going to be issued before December 31st. That's for sure. But the ones who have issues, depending on what's the issue with your tax return, you may get it till December. But like I said, a whole lot of factors need to be resolved because the stimulus is not about, the IRS is not the only agency that's implementing that $2.1 trillion. There's also the SBA, which is the Small Business Association. So if you're a small business and you need help regarding payroll or they get a portion of, whether it be a loan or whether it be a grant, if you're a nonprofit. See, different agencies are going to be implementing that stimulus. So it's not just going to be the IRS, There's also the Small Business Association, a lot of nonprofit organizations are going to benefit from that stimulus. Like, I'm going to go down to this place ask them if I need some assistance in some of my paying some of my utility bills. Oh, and also the state too. I almost forgot about the state with unemployment. They also said that when I read, they said about Uber, Lyft, or gig economy workers may be eligible for unemployment. And depending on your state, you will may be eligible to get unemployment as a gig economy worker, and it's not based on per hour. I was just looking at somebody. I know, I can't take the battery off. You ain't heard that battery go off like that, David. Now you know it did not go off like that. I've been sitting here all this time. You know what? I'm gonna start putting me not a GoFundMe. What do you call it? See everybody else up on this YouTube be Cash App. Put me a little Cash App thing so I could start getting me a little bit of funds to get me a smoke alarm. I didn't know those big smoke alarms cost almost like $50. That thing's expensive as hell. Those things are not cheap. No, well, yeah, I can get a battery, but I took the other one off from downstairs. You know what? I'm just gonna take it to Home Depot and Lowe's and ask them. Then just go up there and replace it. But I really want to get the ones where the battery lasts us for 20 years. They'll probably be crying that they ain't got none. I should go down there and ask them. Fire department's right around the corner. They keep having all that dry begging they be doing. Sometimes during the summer they have that boot. Oh, what you collecting money for now? I already paid my damn property taxes. They don't be wanting something. I don't mind paying for the essentials and things like that, but dang, I already paid my property taxes, which covers the fire department, which covers schools. But I haven't seen them do that for the last couple of years, so they haven't been outside with their boot. Sure. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, Angel. Go around the corner one day to the fire department and ask them, do they still give out free fire alarms or whatever? But I know they used to do that certain time of the year. So I'll see. I'll try it out. That's all I could do. All they could do is say they ain't got none, or maybe they got a battery. I don't know. I ain't gonna worry about it. I mean, I know I should worry about having a smoke alarm in my house, but sometimes y'all don't also hear that fire alarm. Sometimes it's also the alarm system too. So it's not always the Oh, gee, may I say something? Let me close the door. I'll be back for a second. Now I feel hot. Anyways, what was I saying? You hear the dark barking. So, what? How can he hear it, David? I just closed the door. It ain't going off like that now. See, I'm sitting here. You sure he don't hear the dog? Because he could be responding to the dog too. Because my window is up. But anywho's, Shelly, I did not pass that SQE test with Sykes. I took that test. I sworn that I didn't. I had took a timeout, but I was like, ain't no way that I had finished all of that test at the same in one sitting because there were certain questions I remember. I didn't go back and they asked those questions again. So I ain't worried about it. You know, I'm just gonna worry about this new position that starts on Wednesday, and they're gonna give me I think it's for Apple because they said something about you're gonna get a MacBook or something. So at first I thought I had to use my own computer and stuff, but they're gonna be sending us a computer or a MacBook or something. So now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with my existing because I got two monitors. Oh yeah, it's a work from home position, Angel. So I'll be working from home. First day is Wednesday, and it's 5 weeks of training, 5.5 weeks they said. And then after that, um, after training, then you know what kind of schedule you're gonna get. So that's a good thing. And it's a permanent position, so it's not seasonal or nothing like that. And once I get up and coming, everything is running. They also have a referral program. So they said they'll let us, they said if you have anybody if you get a referral. So I'm going to start. Once I get settled and stuff, I'll let y'all know about it. And then once I let y'all know about it, I'll give out the referral. Thank you. So it was a good thing because that thing came right in time before I told Domino's to kiss my ass. Before I told Domino's to kiss my butt. Because, see, I could go back if I wanted to. I really could. But, nope. You're not going to use me. And then when I said I had, and I told them this too, way before, the fallout, whatever, for that foolishness. I told them I was going to be looking for another job, and I said that I wasn't going to be doing this too long, and my schedule would be changed. Oh yeah, I told them to kiss my ass. You're not going to tell me to come to work 1 week, 1 day, for 1 day, and put me on the schedule for 1 day. I said no. I said all this time, you had me working all these kind of hours and stuff, and then I come back, you want to be funny and give me 1 day? But I am single. I do live by myself. But that ain't no reason still, put it this way, it's still when there's no reason that since I started working there, I've been flexible, working 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You got these people running out of there. I'm gonna go home. These young ass, trifling ass co-workers. 10 o'clock come, I'm ready to go home. And they leave out there, make their little tips. And then me and somebody else would be the only ones left. And you have me working there 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I had to tell you as a manager, you don't have anybody to close on Saturday. I didn't have to say shit. I could have let them lay stuck, let them be stuck like Chuck, and let them do whatever they had to do. And then call yourself hiring 3, 4 drivers, thinking you were doing something. They're like, thank you, Jesus. Nigga, you ain't know nothing about no fucking Jesus, you crackhead. And I was, he was a manager. Sit up there selling drugs and doing all kind of stupid shit. And then the minute you think you got drivers, then all of a sudden they switch up. All of a sudden they can't close, they can't work past 11 o'clock at night. And then when I told them, I said, no. No, it was the beeping. Oh, you talk about the dog was going crazy with the beeping. I don't know. I already closed the door. But I have that fixed. I just need to bring that ladder upstairs and take that smoke alarm off. Because I know I don't want to have that beeping if I'm doing training, so I don't want them to say, oh, there's that beeping and da da da. So, and another thing is, they don't want you to have your computer facing a window. They say that's automatic termination. So, you see how that window's open? When I work, I'm gonna have to switch this whole room, which is my office, and probably switch it. I'm gonna buy me a brand new desk because I got this. I didn't buy this desk. I actually got this desk for free from a former coworker who got evicted from her house, and I had got this desk. But I want me a real desk. I want me a real desk. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I may keep it and then put a desk. I don't know. I'll switch this whole room around. But anywho, working from home, anything related to my office, it'll be a tax write-off. So once I paint this room and buy me some office furniture, a real chair, not this hard ass chair that I'm sitting on, all that will be business expense write-off. Yeah. Well, like I said, I know you have to talk on the phone, so I'm gonna yeah, I'll find out because I don't even know who the client is. Like they won't even tell us until day one. But I have a feeling it's Apple because Apple is the only company that I could think of that probably has multiple companies working contracted with them. I don't know. I'll find out. I'll find out soon enough. But I think I'm going to enjoy doing it. I think I'm going to enjoy working from home for a reputable company. So, but I'm going to still find me something else too. I know Kroger's, they've been begging people to about hiring. All of a sudden now, y'all hiring. So, the internet company I have is AT&T. Now, you do have to have a landline phone, a plain old a plain old telephone service with this particular company, and I have Xfinity for that because AT&T or Bell South no longer offers home phone services. So if you have a home phone, from Bell South or AT&T, whatever company you want to know they go by, they will be discontinuing their service this year in 2020. So I already had my house wired for AT&T when I was working from home with another company from a couple of years ago, and then I started going back to doing deliveries and stuff. So this past Sunday, Infinity came and wired my house for um, basically a landline phone, and then They must thought somebody was Boo Boo the 12. They must really thought so. With my hair being the way, they must thought so. You're not gonna treat me all kind of crazy. But I know one thing, I got something for their ass. Believe you me, I'm just waiting for that EEO investigation person to call me back, and we're gonna I'm gonna let it go. I try to give you grace and mercy, but you're not gonna just say the things that you say to me and treat me in your kind of crazy ways. These young people, they gotta learn. They not, manager, he ain't that young, but he's like 30, 30, whatever. But all those other people there, they're gonna learn. You just can't talk to people all kind of stupid ways, and then and then when you say something in a stupid sort of way, and you tell them, that's an EEO complaint, and you tell them, and you still doing it. Mm-mm. Nope. I had called the owner of the franchise of Domino's. I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago, but I was supposed to send him an email of the issues and complaint. So I'm probably still going to send him a letter, but I'm not going to. But there's a Domino's right around the corner, another franchise. I don't want to do that no more. I don't know what's wrong with people. Seem like these people on the job are crazy. Exactly, they don't come crazy and stupid. Angel, when you? Oh, you told me you lived in. Did you tell me you lived in Nevada, or did you live here in Atlanta? Can't remember what you told me. Yeah, I mean, the last place I worked at, computer generated systems, they were crazy too. Oh yeah, that's right. You live in Tucker, Georgia. What call center did you work at? It's probably the same ones that I worked at. You can put it in there. I worked at crazy ass Whitpro up there in Chambly, Tucker Road. They considered that Atlanta, but it seemed like it could be closer to. No, it wasn't close to Tucker. It was in Atlanta. Whitpro, this stupid ass. CGS up there in Peachtree Corners. Retarded ass. And then they got the nerve to be on Indeed talking about they hiring. They hiring, and they also people work from home with them. Man, they crazy. I wouldn't waste my time. And then they talking about I was rehirable. I was rehirable. TRC tubes. Oh, I know which one you worked at. Did you work at the one? It was a call center taking calls for the utility company for the city of Philadelphia through that temp agency up in Dunwoody, and they got the nerve to pay $10 an hour. Cause I had registered with TRC temp agency and got that job with and got that job with computer generated systems up in Peachtree Corners. But TRC also had this contract, and it was this one. She sounded like she was young because when I spoke to her on the phone about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, she was telling me about the position and done. Good night. Some people were doing it, but I wouldn't do it. Good night, Michelle. But then, yeah, because they had a contract for some place somewhere in the perimeter mall, and there may have been another. I know they have another contract somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know. I want to say Convergys or there's so many different companies with these call centers. They want to pay $10 an hour, and then um, they tell you one thing, and then it's something totally different. Yeah, so when I remember speaking to this lady at the lady girl, converging. Is convergent or converges the same? Because convergence or whatever, I don't know. I had looked at one because somebody, oops, because somebody at let me see, convergence. Some of these companies be the same. I don't know. I can't think. I won't be a stranger, David. Just remember, put on your alert. But I'll be on regularly now since I got a brand new computer. Because I bought me a brand new computer, but that laptop didn't work anymore. And then since I got internet at home, so I'll be doing a lot of live streaming. But thanks again, David. Once I finally get a hold of Lynn, I'll talk to her because I haven't spoken to her in the last couple of days, so I have to check up on her, see how she's doing. So don't be a stranger. See, I don't know. I can't think of this as convergent according to when I looked it up online. Was it a outsourcing company for debt collections, Angel? Because that's what I'm seeing. Oh, okay. Some of these companies be so same. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just curious what's going to happen with because part of that stimulus package also gave money to companies to not let people go and keep them on the payroll And I'm quite sure a lot of it's going to be based upon monies of trying to get people to work. Because see, now they're going to be slick about it, in my opinion. I think they're going to turn around and try to get that stimulus and thinking they're going to try to hire a whole bunch of people and pay them very little. And then it's going to see that this whole thing with the stimulus, in my opinion, is a way that Trump could try to say everything is wonderful, everything is great, and try to really get people to, they're gonna so-called get people to go to work. But the reason why I think the stimulus, they passed the stimulus, is because they know that this economy is about to take a tank. It's going about to go whoop, and what's going to happen is it's going to be a, if the real estate doesn't collapse, the real estate market don't collapse. And the stimulus is just going to be just enough to put him back into the presidency, and it makes a little bit of turn or a temporary fix come November. People's gonna be bamboozled. They're gonna be bamboozled. They're gonna be tricked. You know, they're gonna be tricked. They're gonna think that all these jobs are gonna be generated from that $2 trillion stimulus, and most of those companies, they're gonna pay very little to none, or two, they're gonna hope that the recession doesn't come before the end of this year. But I was also, hearing from the CDC that if they could slow this virus down, they're gonna try to. They said that it's gonna, if it's shifting seasonal, it may be when the weather starts getting hot, it may subdue it a little bit. But they said it could also pick up again when the fall, when the season changed. Right now, they hope that they're gonna see if maybe it could slow down with the weather. And I always said that before, that if it gets real hot, that virus may be able to slow down with the heat. It may slow down because first you hear, oh, it's like the flu, it's like you're getting the flu, but most of the time people are going to get sick is during the winter cooler months. So hopefully the summertime, they're hoping that when the summer comes, that's why they was like, we want to get people back to work in April, Easter, people go back to work. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. I just know one thing: the way that people were doing things is going to be changed. It's not going to be the same. You know, if we could get towards these last couple of months, it may be a peak time where we'll see what happens this coming week. But a lot of people are going to be sacrificing their own selves, health for wealth, and it's going to come at the expense of working class people. It's going to come because they already said that if they had to choose between who lives and who dies, let's not even put race involved in it, you know? See, black folks in particular, that little narrative about, oh, we not gonna get the coronavirus. Bullshit. I saw something today or last night or whatever, early this morning when I was looking and I was up, and they had two sisters in Chicago. Are they twins? Died within days of each other. You know, so don't let it happen if you see a lot of people of color, black folks, lining up in Harlem and New York in the hospitals, and let it be mostly us getting sick in New York, and then they talking about it spreading in Louisiana, and it may come to Florida. We see how quickly they're going to respond to that, and then if it affects a lot of um, working class communities, working class people, we already don't get the most adequate health care there is. But then to throw this in the wrench, that's going to be the issue. Trump, everybody talking about, oh, let's go get people back to work. No, let's get people back to work because you have those lobbyists who's hurting money wise. Oh, let's go back to work. I'm not saying, and I mean, if I was working somewhere and I didn't have a position to work from home, I wouldn't want to go back to work. But let me tell you, if you working for the government and you working for the state or with this stimulus, and they said that, to pay back workers, back pay and payroll, to meet payroll, you're going to get paid. Trust and believe, you're going to get paid if you're working for any type of agency like that. And then the way how they extending unemployment, $600 in addition to what you get for unemployment, depending on your state. For Georgia, if you're unemployed, I think it's like 300 and what is it, 370 something, I don't know. It's been a long time since I even got unemployment. You get $600 on top of whatever you get for unemployment. So if your unemployment is only $100 because they said that, based on the number of quarters that you worked, it's not per hour. It's not based on per hour. Some people thinking unemployment is per hour. It's not based on per hour. It's based on how much did you make in a given quarter. So if you have income on the books of working and you didn't make a lot of money during a certain quarter, you may get 200, you may get 3, you may get the maximum. But for you to get the maximum, and I'm only going to speak for Georgia, a few years ago when I was getting unemployment, I was making 50,000 plus a year, well, 50,000 something when I was working at the IRS. And then when we went on furlough, because I wasn't always permanent when I worked at the IRS, I was always seasonal. The tax season was over, then you were furloughed for a couple of months, and then you come back. And I was getting the maximum of unemployment for the state of Georgia. It wasn't because it was based on the hours you worked. It was based on how much money you made in a quarter given time frame. So if you're making $12 an hour, $11 an hour, and you worked for, say, 4 months from the previous quarter, from the time you apply for unemployment, and say you made $15,000, they're going to divide that based on the number of quarters or number of weeks. Then they say, okay, your unemployment is 200 something. So unless you make 40, 50,000 plus for you to get the maximum unemployment from, depending on the state that you live in, that's how much you're going to get in unemployment. It's not per hour. I know someone made a video that mentioned that. And I was like, no. Even though every state administers the state that you live in mandates the unemployment, but the amount you get in unemployment, it all is based on the cost of living where you live. Someone who lives in New York, they may get 600 something dollars a week in unemployment, but look how much it costs to live in New York. You're not going to get paid $10 an hour in New York. Those damn telemarketers. So if the maximum unemployment in your state, depending on where you live, what state you live in, the stimulus is going to, you get $600 added on to what your unemployment is. So if your unemployment is $100, then you will get $700 a week. Now, that stimulus that they give you for unemployment, that's just that was part of the package for the unemployment. That has nothing to do with the $1,200 or anything. So that's totally different. So the way that you could get maximum benefit from this stimulus program of that $2.1 trillion is one, you're gonna get either $1,200 or $2,400 for married, plus $500 for each dependent under the age of 16. So if they're 16 years and younger, it's $500 per child. So if they're 17, that's it. That's it. Boom. They turn 17, then you're not getting $500 per child. It's 16 years and under. That's claimed on your tax return, by the way. So you get the stimulus check. You're unemployed, or say you were unemployed for a month. You could apply for unemployment. And if you apply for unemployment based on the previous quarters, they'll factor in how much you're going to get. Then when you apply for that, they're going to say, okay, you will get $600 for unemployment. So for me, I'm going to see if I'm going to be able to collect unemployment during those 2 weeks with Domino's, because they reduced my hours to 1 day. Now that was only there 1 week. After that, I told them to kiss my ass. So I'm going to apply for unemployment, because technically, I qualify for unemployment. Now it may not be a whole lot of weeks, because it's going to only be about 2 weeks, and I'm going to go down there to apply for unemployment Monday, because the water bill company is over there too. So while they're there, I'm going to knock 2 stones in one visit, because it's in the same building. And Uber, gig economy workers, they'll be able to file for unemployment. So I hope I get unemployment. I already applied online. Really, Angel? I didn't know you could apply online for unemployment. Tell me, what do you have to do to go to apply for unemployment? Oh, I know. Never mind. Oh, never mind. I know how to apply. Every time I apply for unemployment with that last stupid ass company, CGS and Peachtree Corners, they gave me the paperwork telling me I was rehirable and they're gonna disallow my unemployment. And then I went to file to appeal, and they never got back with me about that claim. So in actuality, somebody dropped the ball on my case. Well, I'm gonna apply. Thanks for letting me know. But I still have to go down to the water company to pay that water bill. I mean, I could play online, but why I gotta pay $4.95 to play online when it's free to go down there to pay it? But I'm gonna apply. Well, I'm gonna go down there with the water company. If they close, they happen to be closed. But yeah, I'm gonna go online. I'm gonna go online and apply, even if it is a couple weeks. But yeah, I'm gonna apply too. Cause let me tell you, they probably won't even. I'll probably get it now easier than say if it was a regular normal thing going on. Especially it's food delivery too. So I should be able to get that. Mm. All right, it's for y'all. All right, I'll be on tomorrow. So, Angel, thanks for being online with me. All right, I'm gonna go too because I'm tired, and I'll just talk about something tomorrow. I don't know yet. But anyways, all right, Jeremy, Angel, David, Michelle, whomever else is lurking. You too. You be safe as well. All right, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Let me go. Let me go and see what's going on in the YouTube and see anybody else making any YouTube channels. So if you like, please subscribe, comment, and I'll just talk about something good tomorrow. But I'm gonna think about it. Alrighty. Talk to y'all later. Have a good night.